So good morning students. So today we can learn about the ribs. Okay. Thoracic side. So this is a skeleton. Here we can see. So this is the sternum. We had yesterday studied the sternum. So this is the sternum here, and we can see the either side of the sternum. These are the pieces of cartilage. So cartilage pieces. Okay. Then lateral to that, these are our ribs. Okay. So ribs. Introduction to the ribs. So there are 12 pairs of ribs in our body. 12 pairs of ribs. Okay. So among the 12 pairs, it is classified into true ribs and false ribs. Okay. The first 7 ribs. Okay. These are the first 7 ribs. So from this is first rib, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, seventh rib. Okay. So up to the 7th rib, which is actually not articulated properly. So from first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and 7th rib, so they are articulated towards the sternum, okay, through the costal cartilage. So it is directly attached to the sternum through costal cartilage. So a piece of cartilage will be there. So through that cartilage, it is directly attached to these ribs are directly attached to the sternum. Okay. So they are known as true ribs. Okay. And the lower 5 ribs, okay, they are the lower 5 ribs. Here we can see one from this one 12. This is 12th rib. 12th. This is 11th rib. Okay. Then 10th, 9th, 8th. Okay. So from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these ribs, they are not directly attached to the sternum. Okay. And these ribs are known as false ribs. Okay. So first 7 pairs, they are known as true ribs, and lower 5 pairs of ribs, they are known as false ribs. Okay. Then another classification is the first 7 ribs which are attached to the sternum. So they are known as vertebrosternal. This is all the ribs are attached to the vertebrae. You can see this is our vertebrae. So in the thoracic region, all the ribs, the posterior part of the rib is attached to the vertebrae. So from vertebrae to the sternum. So first 7 ribs, they are attached towards posteriorly to the vertebrae and anteriorly to the sternum. So these are known as vertebrosternal ribs. Okay. So first 7 ribs are the vertebrosternal ribs, and next, that is 8th, 9th, and 10th. 8th, 9th, and 10th ribs, they are attached to the vertebrae and to the cartilage. So here we can see these ribs are attached to the above cartilage, not directly to the sternum. Okay. So these are attached to the cartilage just above. Okay. So like this, so they are known as vertebrochondral ribs. Vertebrochondral. Okay. And we can see the last 2 ribs. These are the 12th. This is 12th rib, and this is 11th rib. 11th. So here we can make out this is the 12th rib. 12th rib and 11th rib. Okay, so this 12th rib and 11th rib, they are the floating ribs. They are floating ribs, and they are known as vertebral ribs. The only attachment is towards the vertebrae, posteriorly to the vertebrae. So they are known as vertebral ribs. Okay. So these are the classifications. So another classification is typical and atypical ribs. So atypical ribs means typical ribs are the ribs which possess common features. Okay. So the typical ribs are the third, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. 8th and 9th, up to 9th rib, they are the typical ribs, and atypical ribs are first, 2nd, then 10th, 11th, and 12th. Okay. So these are the atypical ribs. Okay. These are the classification of ribs. Okay. So that is the classification of vertebrae. Okay. So classify then vertebrae. So we already seen in that skeleton. So it is classified into true ribs and false ribs. One classification. Another classification is classified into vertebrosternal. True ribs means the ribs which are attached to the vertebrae towards the sternum and to the sternum. Okay, so that is true ribs, and the other, that is first 7 ribs are the true ribs, and lower 5 ribs they are the false ribs. Okay, then second classification is depend upon the attachment. Okay, anteriorly and posteriorly. So this is the posterior part of the ribs. So posteriorly ribs, all the ribs are attached to the vertebrae, and anteriorly it depends. So anteriorly to first 7 vertebrae, it is attached to the sternum through piece of cartilage. Okay, so that type of ribs we will call it as sterno, so vertebrosternal ribs, vertebrosternal. Okay, and the next type is posteriorly it is attached to vertebrae, but anteriorly it is attached to the higher cartilage, not to the sternum, directly to the sternum. It is attached to the higher cartilage. Okay, so that type of ribs are known as vertebrochondral ribs. Chondral means which is related to cartilage. Okay, so that is vertebrochondral ribs. Okay, and third type is, that is our this vertebrochondral are the 8th, 9th and the 10th ribs. Okay, then for the 11th and 12th ribs, 11th and 12th ribs, they are floating ribs. Okay, they are known as floating ribs because anterior end of the 11th and the 10th rib are free. It is not attached to any structure. Neither it is attached to the sternum nor it is attached to the cartilage. Okay, so this 11th and 12th, the anterior part is free. Okay, so it is posteriorly only it is attached to the vertebrae, and that type of vertebrae it is known as vertebral ribs. Vertebral. So our 11th and 12th are the vertebral ribs. Okay, so these are the classification according to the attachments. Okay, vertebrosternal, vertebrochondral and vertebral ribs. Then next is the classification is typical and atypical ribs, that we already seen in case of vertebrae and all. Okay, typical means ribs which possess common features. Okay, they are the typical ribs. Okay, and atypical ribs are the ribs which possess special features. Okay, so in case of ribs, our first rib, second rib, then 10th rib, 11th rib and 12th rib. Okay, so these 5 ribs, they are atypical ribs. Atypical, first, second, then 10th, 11th and 12th. So these are the atypical ribs, and from 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th, these are the typical ribs. Okay, typical ribs. So we can go through the features of a typical rib. Okay, so this is one typical rib. So here we can see for a typical ribs there are 2 ends. There is an anterior end and a posterior end, and it has a shaft, and shaft has an upper border and a lower border, and it has an outer surface and an inner surface. Okay, so these are the features. So there is an